These are gauges that measure the pressure inside the air conditioning system. The red is the high side, the yellow is the feed side, and the blue is the low pressure side.
So you're using this to charge the air conditioning system?
Air conditioner, yes I am.
Okay. Okay, and notice the hammer here. What is this used for?
My hammer, I use this, which is a tap for the can.
Okay.
It fits on top of the can, not this can, but it fits on top of the can and locks in place to let the gas out.
Okay. And what is that bottle?
This is a lubricant for the refrigerant, 134A.
What is it used for? I know it's a lubricant, but
Yeah, I'm going to be
for what?
putting new air seals in the compressor.
So this is
Compressor
a
shaft
lubricant
seal.
for the seals?
Yes, it is, so it doesn't damage it when I go in with it.
All right, so what's that box over there?
This is my vacuum.
The vacuum.
This creates it's an air driven, it's an air vac.
So what does it do?
It sucks all the air out of the air conditioning system. Actually creates a vacuum inside the system. Pulls all the moisture out.
That's in preparation for putting the
gas in.
The gas in.
Yeah, preparation for putting the gas in. And by evacuating the system, you get all the moisture out, all the air out, and allows you to put more refrigerant in the system than you'd otherwise normally be able to do, and prevents the system from freezing up.
I gotcha.
That's what that does. And it's air driven. There's no motor. Air compressor fits here. The blue hose, I should say the yellow hose fits here. Connect the blue hose up to the suction side of the air conditioning system. Open the valve and it'll create a vacuum.
And this is the air conditioning system for the
Thunderbird. 79 Thunderbird. It's an oldie. It's got a York compressor on it. It's the refrigerant I'll be putting in the car today. I believe it takes 3 bottles, and it's R134A. The car actually needs refrigerant 12, R12, but they no longer make it. So I'm having to settle for this. It doesn't cool quite as well, but it does get the job done. And this is $8.88 a can. Last year it was $4.88 a can.
So
it's doubled.
More than doubled.
More than doubled.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, so that beats what they say. It's 8% inflation. Looks like it's 100%.
Yes. In this case, I think it is.
Okay. Pretty. I'm glad you're doing this. How much do you think it will cost you if you were to have this service and they had to do it?
I think a car this old, I'm not sure they'd even want to service it. It's a 79 Thunderbird. It's almost 50 years old.
What's that airplane doing flying so low?
It's a helicopter, isn't it?
Oh, helicopter must be going to the hospital.
Medical, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I guess the next step is to go charge it.
Well, the next step would be to remove the old seal and put in the new seal. And I'll need to lubricate it with this.
Okay, that's the one. That's that lubricant. Okay, yeah. All right, gotcha.
They had this mispriced over there at AutoZone. They charged me 10 something for it. I said, how much was it? And they said, well, it's $10. And I said, well, no, on the shelf it's listed for $8. Sure enough, he went over there and checked, and he had to change the price in their computer, the register, manager override, to charge me the right amount for this.
Jeez.
So, expect it.
The prices rose before they could even change the prices on the shelves, huh?
That's correct.
All right, all right. I'll be watching you in the next ones, okay?
I'm going to be replacing the seal, okay? I skip every other one until I go around once, and that's to relieve the pressure evenly on this cover. Okay, and I'll just take it off. Remove these. Make sure you don't lose the screw.
Your air conditioning system, is that what you said, compressor?
Yes, this is a compressor. It's a York compressor. It's a cast iron compressor. Well, actually not cast iron, it's steel. It's a steel compressor.
How old is this compressor?
Well, it's the same thing. I got it off the truck, and this is 72. So this compressor is 50 years old.
So would you call this compressor an aftermarket?
No, it's original equipment.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's original equipment. Came off the International. It just happened to fit this T-Bird because the T-Bird had an aluminum compressor on it, and it failed.
But that's an original equipment for the International Harvester.
Original equipment for the International Harvester.
So it's not the original equipment to this T-Bird.
That's correct, because I lost the T-Bird compressor, seized up.
Seized up? No.
Seized up, it quit.
What was the cause for it seizing up?
Oil, lack of oil.
Okay.
But since then I've gotten smart. I check them. I make sure there's oil in them.
I was going to say, could it have been prevented? But, you know, the normal person like me who doesn't know anything about automobiles wouldn't know.
Well, there's no way to get in there and check it. Check the, there's no dipstick or anything.
So how are you checking this?
I take off this cap right here. And you can stick a piece of wire or something in there and see if there's oil in the compressor. And in this case there is. There's oil in the compressor.
How many times do you check it?
Generally, every time you have to charge it, you'd want to check it. But
That's the ones that you're charging,
yeah,
though.
well, if it's a good tight system, you shouldn't have to charge it. Period.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
if
but you're
it's getting
checking
tight.
it yearly?
No, I'm not. I check it every time I need to actually put gas in it, which unfortunately has been once a year.
Once a year. Okay.
Yeah, but it'd make me happier, especially $8.88 for a can of R134A refrigerant.
How would you know that it needs more gas?
Well, it stops cooling.
Oh, I see. The
Stops
refrigerant.
cooling.
Okay.
It just stops cooling.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this seal out. Okay. I'm going to need a screwdriver for that.
You're taking the seal off.
Yeah, I'm taking the seal out right now. This is the old seal, and it was leaking.
How did you know it was leaking?
Because I lost all my gas.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay, there's the old seal.
Where's the old seal?
That's the spring for the old seal.
Hang on.
Okay.
So where's the seal in that one?
It's still attached, still in here. You gotta get it out.
You have to take that part out. What's the name of that part that you took
It's
out?
just a rubber seal to help hold the gas in.
You got any speculation how much it costs you to service air conditioning system on an automobile like this one?
$25 for the seal. 3 times 10 is $30. $50 if you have your own equipment.
How many hours do you think it will need to maintain this?
To make this repair?
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably an hour. Yeah, I'm thinking an hour, maybe 2 hours.
How about the parts acquisition? I noticed that you got
Take a long
them in the
time.
internet.
Yeah.
So you might have to park the car someplace while
Yeah, that's true.
the parts are being ordered.
Yep. That's a fact.
You know how you drop off your automobiles if you're having it serviced and you have to come back, check with them all the time?
Yeah.
How many days do you think? 3 days? 2 days?
It took 3 or 4 days to get the seal in the mail.
So for something like this, it might take you about a week then. Okay, notice you use the W40. Why?
This seal's on here too tight. It needs some lubricant to get it off.
Oh, I see. They said lots of young mechanics like these 70s cars now because they can work on it.
There's the
Is
seal.
that true?
There's the seal. Well, yeah, I guess you can. Yeah. And that's where the seal goes, right in there. Seal fits right there, like that. See? And then this piece over here. Most of all, because people get screwed up on this thing. It's real easy to get screwed up. Okay, see those two? I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's two nipples there. Okay?
Ridges, you mean?
Ridges, nipples, call them what you want. Okay? The seal.
Oh, I see. It's like a little teeth.
Little teeth
yeah,
right there.
Little teeth.
Okay? This seal goes in this direction. Okay? It's easy to screw it up, get it backwards.
What happens when you mess up?
It doesn't seal. And you've damaged it just by putting it in wrong.
So then you're going to have to order another one.
Yes, you will. Okay. Now, once that's in, this seals the shaft. Okay. This is a carbon seal. Okay. And it has to fit on those little notches. There's little slots there. And it fits in there like that.
It's like little teeth.
Like little teeth. And it fits in. Okay. And what that does, and the way this whole thing seals, okay, is this is carbon. Okay, it's carbon rings, real smooth. Fits on top of this. Okay, but first make sure the teeth are in place. Okay, like so. It goes, and then this plate goes on top, and it's spring loaded, and it allows the shaft to seal without it leaking. Okay, and it's real important that you get it right, because if you don't, there's no second chances. Okay.
I'll let that disappear, man. When I said hey, I thought I was gonna go underneath that
This is junk.
that cardboard.
Okay. Now, I'm going to try and clean this up. It's very important that this be clean, real clean. Now, I want to see if we can find some Scotch-Brite. I think we got some Scotch-Brite pad inside.
Okay, I'll get
Because
it.
I'm going to put some lubricant on this,
I'll get it.
and I'm going to try and clean this up, get all the rust and crap off of it.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Best I can hope for is that it comes out clean and polished. And that's what it needs to be.
That's the shaft that holds what?
That's the shaft that holds the pulley. It's what drives the compressor.
Oh, okay.
It's what the seal fits on.
So the compressor is that heavy metal
Yes, it is.
casing there, and this one here is the pulley. Is that what you are changing seals on? Is the pulley?
I'm changing the seals on the compressor that holds the pulley.
Oh, I gotcha.
This is the compressor I'm working on right now.
Do you do that yearly every time you charge the
No,
AC?
no, definitely not.
Why was it done this time?
Putting old gas kept leaking out.
Oh, I see. So if it doesn't hold gas, it leaks out, it doesn't work,
You got to find the leak.
the leak, and that would be the seals.
And the leak happened to be here on the compressor shaft.
How did you find out that that's where the leak
I
is?
have a little tool that I use, and I shoot soap suds on it.
Oh, okay. So soap suds, if it bubbles up,
That's right.
it's a leak.
That's right.
Okay.
Clean it up real good. Okay. Nice and clean. But I'm just going to add a little bit more just for measure. Okay. Now that I've taken that loose, I'm going to have to replace the O-ring on this.
You got any O-rings in store?
I sure do. Okay, because this O-ring's crushed out now. Okay. So let me get the compressor well.
Cleaning up the spill of the oil or lubricant.
Yeah. Okay, you want to see which one fits? Let's take this one off. Size it up.
Okay, you take the old one and compare it to the new one. Let's put this one. Okay, you can see.
Let's open this up.
Is that the same size?
Looks it. Okay, that's the old one. It's the new one.
Okay.
Put it right here.
A second.
Over this bolt.
Okay.
Try not to get it cross-threaded. There she goes. Snug it up.
What kind of wrench you're using? This a ratchet?
Ratchet wrench, 9/16 socket. There it is. Nice and tight. I can clean this up. I probably should have used a little funnel on this, but I didn't, so that's okay. I don't care. I got more money than I do brains.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I'd be sitting over there in the waiting room getting my car serviced.
Yeah.
I'd have to pay a whole lot of money.
Okay. I'm just going to throw this away.
Well, at least you're serenaded by doves.
Yeah. Here's my new kit.
So what is this kit for? What is it called?
It's a compressor shaft seal kit. And the instructions on it say, do not touch the carbon seal, seat, or face unless wearing protective gloves. The acid can damage or pet the seals. Make certain the compressor shaft is clean and free of rust, burrs, and scratches or debris. Lubricate all seals with the proper lubricant prior to installation. Failure to properly lubricate the seal or seal components can cause seal area to crack or split.
You got your gloves on?
Well, no, I'm going to lubricate it before I put the seals on. It talks about a special tool. Well, I don't have a special tool. My hands are my tool. Okay? I wish I had a special tool. I look for a special tool. There is no special tool, at least that I'm aware of. Okay? So,
They don't have it, but they give it as
well,
an
if they
instruction.
did, it's no longer made. Okay?
I see.
So, I can't find anything on the internet about any kind of special tool.
So what do you do to protect your hands?
Well, I'm not worried about protecting my hands. They say don't damage the seal. They don't want my hands to damage the seal.
Okay.
No more about me damaging the seal than getting my hands damaged.
So you're careful with those seals?
And they're very, very polished, very smooth.
This is it here?
It's the seal kit, yes.
Okay, all right.
There's the plate, just like the one I took off. See how smooth the finish it is? Like a mirror. Very smooth. Okay. This seal fits in here. Okay, like that. Alright. Now here's the critical component. This is the part you don't get a second chance at. Okay, so get it right the first time. This is the carbon. Believe it or not, that's carbon. And if you look at it, you'll see that it's very shiny. And underneath that, okay, is a rubber seal. See it?
Gotcha.
That's the one I had a hard time getting off the shaft.
Okay.
Okay, now I want to lubricate that seal. Okay, and I want to lubricate the shaft that this seal fits on. Okay,
Okay.
but I don't want to damage this. This is a critical part of this.
Okay.
Very critical. I'm going to lubricate this shaft here with this compressor wire. Okay. Okay. Gonna lubricate this ring here with the compressor wire. Okay. Nice and lubricated. Now I'm going to slide this over, making sure my little teeth are up, which they are. Slide this over. Okay. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to take this little hook right here. Okay, I'm not going to use the pick, not the pick side, but I want to make sure that the seal's in tight. Okay, I'm going to go around it. So let this seal fit tight. So push it in. Okay. Stick this on here. Make sure that it's right where it needs to be. It's in one of those little slots. It's not turning, so it's in the slot. Okay. Put some more lubricant on it. Make sure it's in the groove. It's got to be in the groove. Okay. Then my next step is to put the cover on.
I see you're removing the seal itself.
Yeah, I'm removing the seal because when I get oil in behind it, put it back in. Okay. Make sure this is nice and clean. Okay. And this goes on top of here, like so. Okay.
The screws in.
Yeah. Screws in.
How many screws does
6
it
of
take?
them for this one.
Okay, to hold it.
Some have 5. This one has 6.
Does that part rotate?
No,
No, it doesn't.
no, not this part. Everything inside does though.
I mean inside a compressor?
And behind this plate, everything is spinning.
What's the speed of the spin?
Oh, depends how fast you go in your car.
Oh, I see.
What the RPM is.
So the faster your speed is, the faster it goes?
Faster, yes, that's right.
What's the safest speed?
Huh? There is no safe speed. How fast you want to go? 110 miles an hour?
No.
That's how fast it'll spin.
65 at the
65 then. Yeah.
What are you tightening up with? An impact wrench or just
No, I
handheld?
got a wrench, the same one I used to take it off with.
Okay. You said it was 9/16?
No, it's a little bitty. I think it's a 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch? Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of a wrench is that?
It's just a socket, yeah. Just tightening it up by hand.
Oh, you just use your hand? You don't use a wrench?
Oh, I will be, but I just want to get it in position.
I see.
Okay. I like to see if I can get it even here. I'm going to have to step around the front and take a look at this real quick. Get rid of the bolt. Valve, low pressure valve.
Okay.
See any bubbles? Nope. I do, see, it's got a bit of a leak in it.
So what do you do?
Nothing I can do. I've done the best that I can do with this compressor.
It's okay then.
Okay. My hopes are that it'll eventually seal up. Okay, but that's all I can do. I've done the best that I can do with this compressor.
Okay.
Okay. So
How do you test it for effectiveness?
well, we'll draw a vacuum. Let the compressor build up air. Repeat. If I had a bigger compressor, I could do this without having to unplug it all the time. But I'm looking to get about 20, negative 20 up here.
So this is the electromagnet unit, and what's the function for this with that compressor?
It engages the clutch to the pulley,
Okay.
engages the compressor to the pulley,
So you're
like a
removing the
clutch.
bolts right now that you put back in place?
Then we'll be putting back in place, yeah.
All right. How many bolts are there?
4. Want to make sure I
4.
get the wires where they belong. Okay.
Then you use a wrench?
Yes, And this is nothing more than just a great big magnet, an electromagnet.
Okay. So the bolts are first tightened by hand and then by ratchet wrench.
Right. Exactly. Okay. That's in place. Now my next step is to put the pulley on. I got the key in place.
You had to take this one first before you got to where you were
Oh yeah, for sure.
at the beginning.
See, this turns independently of this.
Okay. All right, because I caught you when you were, showing the seals and stuff. But this is the one that's on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's a magnet. It'll pull down. It'll pull down and lock up. It'll lock this portion. Will lock to this and turn the compressor.
All right. Okay. Did you say one bolt holds that piece?
Yes.
That's pretty heavy for just one bolt.
No. But one bolt right in the middle.
You got enough clearance in there to get that bolt in there, or is it difficult to put that bolt in?
No, it's real easy. There it goes. There's the bolt.
Let me see that bolt. Let me see how big that bolt is. How many inches is that bolt? A couple of inches?
Couple inches.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of the drum.
Yeah. I'm going to get my impact wrench because I can spin it on real quick.
All right. Did you say you already put the belt on?
I'm getting ready to.
Okay.
I'm just loosening things up here a little bit. There we go.
Okay, that's your belt.
Yeah. CAC belt. Okay.
Is that the final thing that goes in there?
That's the final thing.
Okay.
This one locks it in place.
So this is good and ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready for charging?
Well, let's see if I can pull a little more vacuum on it and I'll charge it. Even though my pressure test was showing bubbles when I sprayed soap on, indicating a leaky seal, I wanted you to know that it eventually broke in and sealed up well, and the car is cooling great and I have not had to add any more gas. So the truth of the story is, even though your seal may be leaking, drive the car, break in the seal, and yours may stop leaking like mine did.